Train on the water, boat on the tracks.
Now for our feature presentation.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of How About This Movie. Today we will be discussing the 2004 classic, Polar Express.
the classic Christmas movie that every theater seems to re-release.
Yeah, I definitely don't agree with the use of the word classic there, Daxton.
Well, a lot of people like it.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, but classic?
I enjoy it.
That was fun.
Is it a fun movie?
It is. But I don't know that it's a classic. Today's shout out goes to Ants. Good job, Ants, on guessing the Polar Express.
Yay, Anthony!
If you guys would like a chance to win the shout out, remember to follow us on all of our social medias and guess the movie from the crappy picture.
You have to beat out some of our fans that seem to guess pretty quickly, it seems, nowadays. They may not be the right guesses. You still have to try to beat them out for the right guess.
Tyson,
Yo.
who's in this movie?
Oh, well, pretty much just Tom Hanks.
Basically Tom Hanks?
Yeah, basically just Tom Hanks. There's a couple of, like, child voice actors and stuff like that. Or either they weren't children or... I don't fucking know. It was hard gleaning anything from the cast of this fucking movie.
Yeah.
It was basically just Tom Hanks.
Yeah, it was basically Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks was 50 of the characters.
Yeah. And there was 52 characters in the movie.
Yeah.
No, 53. I apologize. There was 53.
Because the three kids, and those are the only not Tom Hanks. He was even the little sister.
He's a very talented voice actor.
Directed by Robert Zemeckis, who did other things. Daxton knows.
I know that Robert Zemeckis also did Castaway and Forrest Gump with Tom Hanks.
So they're pretty good friends then.
Yeah, they also had a project in the 1980s that was like their first breakout project for both of them. But I don't remember what it was called. What do you do? Polar Express, based on a book. I don't know if you guys knew that, since no one at this table can actually read. The Polar Express book is about the magic train that takes you to see Santa, and the movie is the same thing. It's a film adaptation of the book that has to add in excess story and conflict for no reason to make the book a movie, because it's a very short book.
It's a children's book.
Yeah.
It's like 20 pages long. You have to make it a 3-hour movie.
Yeah.
There's probably like ample pictures too, so it's like half a paragraph per page.
Yeah, it's probably like Goodnight Moon, where it's like a couple sentences per page, and then it's like 20 pages, but it's like full page illustrations.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't actually read the book, but it's not a deep story. So to make the movie, they have to inflate a lot of what's happening. So you follow Hero Boy is his name, because they don't name any of the characters except for Billy.
Okay.
So you follow Hero Boy. That's like I said, that's his like scripted name. And he's a kid that doesn't really believe in Santa. He's kind of falling out of love with Christmas and all that. So it's just kind of following them to the North Pole.
Get them to believe one last time before becoming adults.
Mm. There seems to be a common theme in Christmas movies. So, people are not believing in Christmas anymore.
Yeah, that is definitely a common theme. Which, I mean, kind of hurts the whole, like... So I don't know if Hollywood's aware, but the main audience for a lot of these Christmas movies is... Children. So if every fucking Christmas movie is like, we don't believe in Santa, doesn't that raise some red flags? I mean, it didn't for me as a kid.
It did for me.
But, I didn't watch that many. I watched A Christmas Carol, which doesn't have to do with Santa. I watched Santa Claus, which does, obviously. And then I watched The Grinch. Those were the only Christmas movies I watched pre... while I still believed in Santa. Those are the only ones I watched. But yeah, like... What the hell?
A little bit to the story that child that is starting to not believe in Santa and or Christmas. The future conspiracy theorist, 100%, saving newspaper clippings of like the Santa's going on strike.
The mall Santa's going on strike and
the picture of the kid pulling the beard off of Santa, and he's like piecing it all together because he knows there's a conspiracy going on, and he's convinced that he knows what's up.
Yeah, later in life, he's going to need a lot of yarn and thumbtacks.
Yes.
I'm not going to lie. I thought that was a low-key good joke. Not like a joke, but like a joke. Not going to lie.
I agree.
I was proud of that.
He'll be a YouTuber for sure.
Oh, yeah. Except that I think this show is definitely set in a time when they're too far away from YouTube to be existing.
No, he's going to be the old man on YouTube talking to a camera about the conspiracies and how Satan is mind controlling everybody with the $100 bill.
And he shows pictures of like horizons saying, "Where's the curve?"
Where's the curve?
Yep.
Where's the beef? Oh, no, that's Wendy's. From like 30 years ago, but it's Wendy's.
I smell like beef. That's from only a few years ago.
That's mine right there.
Yeah.
Smell like beef.
I
Smell like beef.
I don't even know what Vine is. Adam! I watched the ABCs of Vine yesterday, and that's the first one, obviously, because A is the first letter. Anything else?
Nope. I think that's all I got for the plot and or storyline for this movie.
I'm just going to put this banter bit in as a plot hole, because, I mean, it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Let's hear it. Plot
So,
holes?
as far as, like, plot holes, I don't know if you guys noticed anything, but it's a magic train. If it's a magic train, why did it have so many problems? Like, at the beginning, it's on tracks that aren't there. Like,
Shows up in the middle of the street.
yeah. And then, like, as they get closer to the North Pole, it just happens to be on a set path, like...
Like, it's a big deal that it's on a lake with no tracks, even though it doesn't have tracks.
Yeah, like, it was just kind of annoying to me. I know it's a movie and it's based on a children's book, but, like, you're a magic train. And I think that's kind of why I made the remark about creating conflict for the movie. So it's like they didn't even do a good job.
No.
They established a rule that it's a magic train that can put its tracks anywhere, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden it's on a set of tracks, and it's like, okay, I get that you have to extend the story to make the movie, but like, can you at least try?
Right.
Yeah, no, am I crazy? I don't know.
There's
No, I see where you're coming from.
other conflicts that just seem to be there for no reason. Like when he goes on the top of the train to look for the girl, even though it's very obvious she's not on the top of the train.
Yeah. Like, he's still at the back end of the train, and it goes all the way up, and you can see for the first time all the way to the front of the train. Like, okay, she's not on the top. Well, she's either been thrown off or is somewhere else. I might as well just go back down
the train
instead
and
of
go up
going across the top.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the whole thing with the ticket. Like, I mean, I don't want to get too far into it, but like the whole thing with the ticket too. Like, why are you going to take her ticket? They'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
Even if he asked for her ticket right there in that moment, she could have been like, "Oh, it's in my seat," and then gone back to the seat and been like, "Oh, it's not in my seat." Like, he's not just gonna be like, "Get out of here, child." No.
Yeah. If you find it, hold it for her so when she comes back, be like, "Yo."
It's a magic train. There's no stowaways on the magic train.
Yeah.
They picked every single one of those people up from their house.
They literally stopped in front of their houses.
In front of their houses.
Mm.
Like, he knows that she's supposed to be there. What about the budget of this movie, Tyson?
Well, the budget was fairly huge,
Yes.
especially for 2004. $165 million was the budget for this. You know, that's
Crazy high amount.
hefty. Yeah, It did make 183 million. I mean, capped over its budget, which is okay.
Made 20 million, so it's not at a loss. But when your budget's 165,
So Tyson and I were talking about it while you were getting ready, and so this is the first film to do an all digital capture. So physical actors being mocapped basically, and then being animated into the film and being skinned in the film. It's the first movie to do the entire movie that way.
so you have an entire cast and then the animators.
Yep. So that's probably where a large portion of it came from.
That's why they just had Tom Hanks do it all.
Yeah.
Like, we can afford one really good actor and then
Yep.
a bunch of child actors.
And the children actually were mocapped by adults as well. Like they
That makes sense.
they built oversized props for anything that involved props, and then they had adults do all the motion captures for the children as well. Like
They just try to oversize their heads because they still had kid heads, like in proportion to their bodies.
yeah,
'Cause they're tiny.
I don't know to tell you. I'm not sure. I'm not actually even sure what you're asking.
If they just tried to like oversize the kids' heads, because kids' heads in proportion to their body are always bigger than adults' heads in proportion to their body. Like that Dewey-looking motherfucker.
Yeah.
Big ass head.
I don't know.
That's true. It's like an orange on a toothpick.
Yeah. With a dumber haircut. Like Tom Hanks and Josh Hutcherson did all the motion capture for Hero Boy.
Okay.
So there was 3 actors for Hero Boy because Josh Hutcherson didn't do the voice acting. Tom Hanks, Josh Hutcherson did the motion capture, and then a third person did the voice acting, and then another team animated it. So they spent a lot of money to make the movie.
Jeez.
And I think that's why,
Seems like a weird way to do it. But
like, it looks cool. Like, I mean, that's how they did Beowulf. That's how they did the Jim Carrey Christmas Carol. And I think that the look of it is very, like, inventive. But I just think that paying 4 people to do one part of a movie is, too much.
for the 165 million, you can build your own magic train.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Just make a live action Polar Express.
Make the fucking train from what was it, Back to the Future 3?
I don't know. We've
Was
never
it
seen Back to
2?
the Future.
Which one was it where he goes back to the Wild West?
I think it's 2,
Okay.
but I don't know because I've never seen them.
Well, that's series we're gonna have to watch then.
You can just pay Warner
Just
Brothers for footage of like the Hogwarts train. There you go.
It's funny that you say that because this is a Warner Brothers film.
Oh, there you go.
They
You
just
have
pay
footage of a train.
Pay themselves.
Yeah. We kind of got off on a tangent there about the price of the movie and kind of how the animation worked. It was Did you have more?
Just at the opening weekend in Australia, it made less than $1 million, 934K.
Oh, I'm sorry, I cut you off.
That's okay. That's
Dude.
fine.
Do they get any snow in Australia? Is
think
this
so.
like a movie that would appeal to them in any way?
I have no idea.
I don't think
Australian fans,
Comment down below if you get
comment
snow.
down below if you get snow.
It was the 10th highest grossing domestic film. Like, it made a lot of money, just it didn't make any money.
Mhm.
It was the number 1 highest grossing G-rated film. It was 15th worldwide, and it's the 4th highest grossing Christmas movie of all time. So we have another one on the list.
There we go. Check off number
We have
4.
2nd, 4, 5, 6, and 27th? 29th?
28
28th?
or 29th.
Something like that. I mean, I could just turn back 3 pages and find it, but
That's true. That's too much work, though.
heck that, buddy boy. Carly, what was your favorite scene?
Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate?
Yep.
When, like, the big dance number, hot
Yep.
chocolate?
It's beautifully done and made me want hot chocolate.
Did you get any hot chocolate?
No.
Shame.
I've got eggnog, but no hot chocolate.
Suicidal Elves. That was my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, that was funny. So what was your favorite scene?
The Suicidal Elves. They just they're like, oh, we need more lift, and then like a bunch of elves are like, see ya, and then jump off the fucking thing.
That was hilarious.
Light and load. And just like, psh.
Also, when the star falls off
And
the bungee jumpers come down, you know that happened before,
and they
killed
didn't have
elves,
bungee jumpers.
and they
Yeah,
didn't have bungee jumpers.
yeah. Well, they've also. I mean, if you think about it, they've also probably knocked that tree over before, like all the way,
Yeah.
because they had not just the bungee plan; they had like just full blown jumping out of the thing plan.
Yeah.
They've killed many times during the celebration.
There's several hundred elves who have died over the Christmases.
You think they would just like move the tree if it's in the direct path of the flying bag of gifts to the sleigh?
Right?
Like, is it really worth a bunch of elf deaths and possibly
Possibly children
deaths?
deaths.
Yeah. Just to
I think that's
make
probably
a show
what-
out of Santa.
I think that's probably what made the change, because I think they just let elves die. I'm like, oh, he's fine, he's an elf. But then kids started dying and not getting back home to their parents, and that was like a thing. So yeah.
Makes sense.
What was your favorite scene?
The part where they killed the children.
I just had it, and I forgot. Oh, I was saying the scene with all the Baltos. Because I mean, like you said, it really is like the animators kind of stroking themselves, like, hey, look what we can do. But like, it was still, like, I thought it was still really well done.
Yeah.
Even after it came after us, even if it came after a scene that I absolutely hated. Like, the more we talk about this movie, the less I like it. Like, it's just going down.
You finally starting to see why I don't like this movie.
Yeah.
What about the beard horn for the caribou?
Mm.
Yeah, because trains don't have horns.
Trains don't have horns. And you can't make a man make a screeching sound unless you're pulling on his beard.
Yeah.
It's true. See, like, I'm trying to screech and I can't do it.
Here, let me help.
I don't want to scream into the microphone.
It's appreciated.
Yeah. I'm not doing it for you. Doing it for the people because I don't want them to dislike the video.
Hopefully I'll do a better job with the audio.
Carly.
Yeah.
I'm going to you first again.
Ooh.
What would you score this movie and would you recommend it?
Solid 7.5 out of 10.
Would you recommend it?
Yes, I would, because it's just a whimsical, fun kids movie that there's no like adult humor or anything. It's not something that doesn't take itself seriously. It's a very serious Christmas film, but it's a fun time. It's cute. I liked watching it with my family.
Tyson, what would you score this movie and would you recommend it?
I would give this a 5 out of 10. Based solely on the animation, which doesn't really hold up nowadays, but back for 2004 is really well animated. But I don't like this movie. I think it's just kind of dumb. Like you said, it creates conflict where there doesn't need to be. It's just Tom Hanks is in every single role in this movie. Like, I like Tom Hanks, don't get me wrong.
But he's no Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. He's no fucking Michael Myers playing every single role in a movie. Or Eddie Murphy playing every single role in a movie.
Just adds to the stress of the child goes through on top of his Christmas crisis.
Especially when he gets older and realizes how old what he sounds like as an adult. It's like, so I sound exactly like my dad and Santa and that weird ghost and the train conductor. What the fuck?
Am I the same
Everybody
person?
bang my mom? What the hell?
Am I all of those people?
Yeah, I would recommend this to people who like classic Christmas movies, I guess. This is a classic Christmas movie. It's popular.
I was going to give it a 7.5. Like, we watched it last night. I was ready to give it a 7.5. And then we did this thing where we decided to talk about it for 20 minutes before I gave my score. And now I'm going to give it a 5.5. And I would absolutely still recommend it. I do think it's a fun Christmas movie. Just don't watch it from a critical standpoint or you're going to hate it. Like, it's a cute, oh, let's make some hot cocoa and watch some Christmas movies. It's cute. It's fun. You have kids, watch the movie. don't think about it. Don't think about this movie because it will make you sad.
Another piece of conflict that didn't really need to be there when they were walking through the Island of Mistreated Toys train and how the ghost was like doing the Ebenezer Scrooge marionette doll and how it was terrifying for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like he just left the cart and they completely forgot about the whole thing. I don't know, it just didn't need to be there and it was terrifying for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody on that train almost dies several times during the course of this movie.
Now, I'm not a magical train conductor.
You sure about that?
Yeah. I don't want to tell these guys too much about me because we're still getting to know each other. But
This budding relationship.
yeah.
There's another profession Daxon's not.
But I can tell you I don't conduct magic trains.
For those keeping track.
But I just don't understand how the magic train is late. I don't understand why the magic train is almost killing people. And I mean, obviously, if you conduct magic trains and would like to comment down below and kind of explain to me, a layman, what happened. But it seemed like this magic train was just meant to kill all these people. And I mean, that's a lawsuit waiting to happen. And
Maybe you should just not pick up the children without their parents' permission and just let them stop believing.
Yeah.
Is it really a worthy cause for the lawsuit?
Yeah. I don't know. I worry. I worry about the magic train conduction, business. It's the backbone of the American economy. And when you open yourself up to lawsuits like this, it's a snowballing effect because you get sued, then they get sued, then they get sued, and magic train conduction closes its doors forever. Then what?
Mm-hmm.
And then Santa's the one hurting in the end, honestly.
So let's be more responsible. Let's be better. And I say let's by you guys, because obviously I'm not a magic train conductor. As
Or
I said.
are you and you're slipping up and giving away your profession?
I would never give away my profession to such a budding relationship.
Alright. Okay.
He almost wore his work hoodie, and I'm like,
Yeah, I did almost wear my work hoodie. I still don't think they would have got it. Even with the other hint. I don't know about you guys,
oh, I'm Carly. This is Tyson.
but if a magic train shows up on the street in front of my house, I'm going to go ahead and get on the train.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big believer in teaching your kids stranger danger. I used to run away from strangers as a child and go find my dad. It happened to me at car shows all the time because I used to go to car shows, and you go to car shows, you look at cars, and then people be like, "Hey, you want to touch my wiener?" I'd be like, "No!" And then I go find my dad. Okay, that never happened, but I did have things where I would get scared and run and find my dad.
Right.
Anyway, I really think that kids should be taught about that stuff. Caveat to that would be, if and when I have children, I'm going to tell them that if a magic train pulls up on tracks in front of our house that don't exist, go ahead and get on.
Chances are you're dead anyway, so...
Yeah, you're probably having a Jacob's Ladder scenario where you're dead and hallucinating.
Mid-fever dream.
Mid-fever dream.
Got the scarlet fever.
Yeah. Go ahead and get on. Tell me about it. And we'll just move on. I'm not going to prevent my child or scare my child from getting onto magic trains that shouldn't be there because we live on a road, not on train tracks. I don't know. I kind of wanted to get how you guys felt about that, I guess.
Well, I think if a magic train or a train ended up in his front yard, it would just mean a bad accident happened.
Yeah.
That's true.
It probably would mean he's dead, though, because they'd probably have to go through the house to get to the front yard.
Unless it happened right before his street and it's derailed, and his
Yeah.
tracks here, house, train.
But that's not a magic train. That's just a regular train.
That is a regular train.
But how are you supposed to know if a train is magic or not if it just
Because
shows up in front of your house?
It'll still be in working condition.
And Tom Hanks will be the
Oh.
conductor.
And Tom
Okay.
Hanks will be the
Yeah.
conductor.
So just keep an eye out for Tom Hanks then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because unlike me, myself, who is not a magic train conductor, Tom Hanks is, in fact, a magic train conductor, which is why he took the role, because he felt like anyone that wasn't in that line of work wouldn't be able to get the tone right.
Right.
So when the magic train shows up, Tom Hanks will be there. And if he's not there, then it's not a magic train.
Okay, cool.
Fun facts. We got some facts and they're fun.
Fun facts!
They're facts, and they're fun.
Yeah! The Fun Fact Express, motherfuckers.
Chew! Motherfucking chew!
I already did the thing about first all-digital capture film, and I already did the thing about Warner Brothers' first computer animated film. No, I didn't. It was Warner Brothers' first computer animated film. Yeah, now I have. Billy is the only character with a name. I think I already did that too.
What about Santa?
Yeah, what about that?
Santa's name isn't Santa, it's Saint Nick.
Don't a couple of the elves call each other by their names too?
They might.
Mm.
The only main character with a name?
It's Billy.
Yeah.
What about Santa?
Oh.
Santa's name isn't Santa.
It's
Papa Gino.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. And then
Saint Nicholas.
there's a fan theory that the conductor is actually Hero Boy because they have the same voice. Obviously, as we already stated, I think that fan theory is stupid because he has the same voice as the narrator and as his dad.
And as Santa.
And as Santa.
What about Santa?
And as the... Not the exact same voice, but it's still Tom Hanks and they still sound similar. The spirit of the Polar Express or whatever the ghost was called. So it's like... probably not. That's all I have. Cool. Outro?
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, comment down below what movies you want us to watch. Follow us on the social medias. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, to be specific. At jecll Studios on all of those. jecll Studios. Definitely follow if you want a chance to win the shout out at the beginning of the episode. Up next, we'll be doing the Muppet Christmas Carol because it's Christmas and we have to do a Christmas Carol movie. And Tyson picked the Muppet Christmas Carol.
I did.
So we'll be doing that next. Anything else?
No, I think we're good.
Sweet. Thanks for watching. And as always, it's 5 minutes to midnight.